You know that feeling? It's the end of a long week, and you're so exhausted that the idea of planning a date or even just a simple get together feels like climbing a mountain. Well, today we're going to break down a really fascinating startup idea that's aimed squarely at this problem. It's called the AI Shared Kitchen, and it's for all the busy city dwellers out there who are just running on fumes. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll dig right into the core problem, what we're calling the urban dating dilemma, and look at some pretty surprising data behind it. Then, we'll get into the AI kitchen concept and see how it's supposed to fix things. After that, we'll check out the competition, and finally, we'll talk numbers and see why this is a bet that could be worth billions. So, let's start with the pain point, and it's a big one. It's that feeling that's just become so normal in our fast-paced city lives, right? Where "I'm just too tired" is basically the new "it's complicated." It's a legit reason to just check out of your social life. I mean, this quote from a Reddit user just says it all, doesn't it? It's not just about not having enough time. It's a deep, profound lack of energy. Just the mental effort to open an app and start swiping feels like way too much. This isn't just being busy. This is a whole other level of exhaustion where you give up before you even begin. And that really begs the question, right? What is going on here? What's this huge psychological barrier that's making something as basic as human connection feel like such a chore for so many smart, successful people? Well, the analysis actually gives this feeling a name: desperate stress. It's this very specific kind of burnout. It comes from the constant mental gymnastics of planning everything: the shopping, the prepping, the cooking, and then, the cleanup. Every social event turns into a project. And when you're already drained, the last thing you want is another project. And look, this isn't just a vibe or a feeling people have. The data backs this up with some pretty stark numbers. It paints a really clear picture of how real this social burnout is. Just get a load of these numbers from a recent survey in Japan. Over 77%, three-quarters, of professionals said the whole idea of a date after work is just tiring. Less than a quarter of people actually think it's enjoyable. That is a massive imbalance, and it points directly to this fatigue epidemic we're talking about. And this number right here, this explains why. According to the Seiko Time White Paper, your average professional in their 30s has only 130 minutes of personal time a day. That's a little over 2 hours. 2 hours to do everything: commute, eat, decompress, and maybe, just maybe, try to connect with another person. It's no wonder people are exhausted. So here's the real takeaway. We've basically entered a new economy for our personal lives. And in this economy, the most valuable currencies aren't dollars and cents. They're time and energy. The real cost of a date isn't the dinner bill anymore. It's how much of these precious, limited resources you have to spend. Okay, so we've established the problem, this experience debt that's draining everyone. So what's the solution? Well, this is where the whole AI shared kitchen idea comes in. The goal is to literally engineer a social experience that gives you time and energy back instead of taking it all away. So what is it exactly? At its heart, the AI shared kitchen is a high-tech, super convenient social spot. Just picture this. You book a beautiful, top-of-the-line kitchen for a couple of hours. When you show up, every single ingredient you need is already prepped, washed, chopped, measured, all of it. An AI guide helps you with the cooking, and the best part? When you're done, you just leave. No cleanup. Seriously. The whole process is designed to eliminate all the annoying parts. You book your spot, you show up. You get to do the fun part, actually cooking and hanging out together without any of the boring prep work. And then you just walk away from the mess. It's built to save your mental and physical energy for the thing that actually matters: connecting with the other person. Now, it's a cool idea, right? But it doesn't exist in a vacuum. The market for food and experiences is packed. So how in the world does something like an AI kitchen find its own lane? Okay, so the key difference is all about who's running the show. You've got platforms like Air Kitchen, where the whole experience is built around the personality of a specific host. The AI kitchen is the total opposite. It's a premium, neutral space. The experience is led by you. The tech is just your guide. So the focus shifts to your interaction with each other, not on a cultural lesson from someone else. And when you actually map out the whole market, you can see exactly where it fits. It's not trying to be a cooking class with a host. It's not a meal kit like HelloFresh that you still have to deal with at home. And it's not a ghost kitchen that's all about delivery speed. It is laser focused on one single thing: delivering a frictionless social experience that revolves around making something together. This really boils it all down. Let's be crystal clear. The AI kitchen isn't really selling food. It's selling a high-quality, stress-free experience. Yeah, food is the medium, but the real product is the quality time you get back, with all of the usual hassles and headaches just gone.
So the idea is pretty compelling, but does it actually make sense as a business? Let's get into the numbers and see if there's a real market for this kind of thing.
The potential here is, well, huge. We'll start big with what's called the total addressable market, or TAM. Think of this as the entire pie, the whole premium, experience-focused food service market in the Asia-Pacific region. That whole pie is estimated to be worth a whopping $61 billion. Okay, now let's zoom into a more realistic slice of that pie. That's the serviceable addressable market, or SAM. This is the part of the market this business can actually go after, so busy professionals in major Asian cities. That slice alone is still a massive $6.1 billion. And finally, we get to the first actual bite of the pie, the serviceable obtainable market, or SOM. This is a realistic goal for the first 3 to 5 years. It's about capturing just a tiny fraction of that serviceable market, but even that tiny bite is worth $92 million. That shows you a clear path from this big idea to a very real, very viable business. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In a world where our time feels like the ultimate luxury, maybe the most valuable thing a company can sell us isn't just another activity. Maybe it's a service that actively removes stress from our lives, one that gives us back the energy and the mental space we need to actually connect with the people who matter most.